October 22nd, 2018. I feel like it's been forever since we did this. I feel like it's been forever since I've been fishing. Officially, summer is gone. There will be no more flip-flop and shorts, largemouth this year. The beard is in full effect. Deer hunting hasn't been going so well. We had a ton of deer at the beginning, early in the season, and we didn't hunt a ton. It's been hard pickings to find anything on trail cams right now. The wind in Ontario, see my breath there. That's how cold it is. The wind in Ontario has been relentless over the last week. It's really hard to film videos for you guys when the wind's that bad, because when I put the camera on there, it moves up, and when that end moves up, I move down, and it doesn't compute into great video. Plus, I'm not a big fan of fishing in the wind. What we're doing today, largemouth fishing. This could be the last largemouth fish of the year. It is getting cold. Right here just showed up, all new Daiwa Tatula 100. It is the smallest reel Daiwa's ever made. I'm pumped to get it out on the water today. Hopefully find some largemouth bedded up in the weeds. I do have a ton of search baits, spinner baits and stuff that we caught them on the last vlog, so we'll cast those around. But if we can find some largemouth in some weed beds on the Bay of Quinte, we'll lay a thumping on them on the Tatula 100. And even if we don't catch a single thing, I'm still gonna get out on the lake, and I'm gonna get to try out the Tatula 100. So let's go. It's a beautiful morning to fish largemouth with a beard, and it's 2 degrees Canadian. Let's go. Bay of Quinte. The bay hasn't treated me very well this year, but it usually has pretty good fall largemouth fishing. Marley and I have done all right here in the fall in the past. So this is today's choice of lakes. It is cold. 3 degrees Canadian out right now. Hopefully we can find some of them largemouth. I would really like to break in this Tatula 100 and give you guys feedback on how it was, but we need to find some fish. We'll start off on some deep weed. We're looking for water between, 10, 12 to about 4 feet with some green weed on it and some bait fish. We find that, I'm quite confident we'll catch some fish on the flipping jig today. So we're on the lake. Let's go try and figure this out. I'll tell you how I got pumped to fish. I can't even tell you. I'm pretty excited today. Been a while since I got to go out in the lake.
Is an absolute baby. Compared to about the 20-pound northern I just missed. We're going to fish in the boat. Come on.
friends. Did not go as planned at all. Lost what quite possibly could have been the biggest pike of my life. A couple minutes later, I hook and land a small pike, and then I saw a big old largemouth bass in about a foot of water. But that's it. That is all I caught. That's all I saw out there. It is absolutely freezing cold. I think I had like real high hopes of finding some 55-degree water. The warmest water I found today, 44 degrees. It is absolutely freezing out there. It's way too cold for a largemouth to bite. Sadly, I think that's the end of the largemouth fishing. The Tatula 100 is amazing. I wish it was the third week of June and we were just getting fired up for bass fishing, but we're gonna catch some fish on it before the end of the year. Smallmouth will still go. There's gonna be some walleye fishing, but man, did I make a mistake coming largemouth bass fishing today. Freezing cold, heading home. I'll tell you more about the Tatula reel, and I'll tell you more about the plan for the next couple weeks, few weeks, months. Winter's coming. Whoa. Made her home from the bay. Realistically, been kind of a downer year for me all year at the Bay of Quinte. After that FLW Canada Cup disaster Marley and I had. One pike landed today, and I managed to lose probably one of the biggest pike I've ever caught hooked in my life. But I did finally get my hands on the Daiwa Tatula 100. It's tiny, like real tiny, real light. The other thing is, I really dig the handles on it. I didn't get any fish on it, but I cannot wait for next year when those largemouth head back shallow and it warms up here in Canada, Ontario. This is kind of like the disappointing part of living in Ontario, that bass fishing comes to an end. But so far so good on the Tatula 100. Listen to the next webcast, not the next one, the next webcast Sean McCall's on. Sean McCall has got one of these. He's taking it to Mexico to hammer down on some giant largemouth. So he's going to give you some more review. I'm going to get this out on Rice Lake. Hopefully there's still some smallmouth fishing to be done. But in Canada is a lot different than, you know, when you hear guys fall fishing in the United States. We're way past that 60-degree water, 50-degree water. We're into the mid 40s now. So it's not exactly the same fall fishing up here as it is down in the States, but I'm really glad I got to use this. I've been excited. I've known about it coming out for a long time. We'll bring you more. Don't worry. There'll be more Tatula 100 information before the end of the year. Well, I'd be lying to say I wasn't disappointed with the day. I thought it was going to be I didn't think the water had been cooled down that much. It is in the low to mid 40s, and that is just simply too cold for largemouth to be biting, especially a flipping jig. Tatula 100 was awesome. We'll bring you more about that. There's kind of, living in Canada, living in Ontario where I live, there's these lulls in fishing. And it's just how it is with our weather changes, and there's no steelhead kicking around, next to none. I fished Saturday morning, I saw 3 fish caught, and there was probably 30 guys there. Smallmouth will go. We get a couple nice days, we're gonna do some smallmouth fishing. Deer hunting has been relatively slow for us. There was some good deer on camera, and then they have disappeared again. But we're really setting up baits for Mark and I can hunt the late season after the rut. Bow hunt when them big bucks are hungry and headed to bait piles. So it's kind of a downer time of year. We're getting, you know, the real exciting thing, I guess, to come is ice fishing in a couple months. So we're gonna take away. I'll bring you any action that, even if we're not doing constant videos, if I'm in the tree stand, I will bring cameras. If something happens, I'll bring it to you. You guys gotta let me know what you guys want to see. We're in a downspout of things to do. We're gonna, like I said, we'll get out smallmouth fishing. We're probably gonna do a walleye trip. The only good thing about having some downtime here is I get to hang out with the family, so I'm pumped to do that. Leave in the comments what you guys want to see. I'm gonna work hard to find some partners for that we can do this again next year. It's just that time of year. It's that time of year. We got a nice day this week. I'm gonna head out to Rice Lake and try to catch some of those giant smallmouth. Stay tuned. You never know what can happen. It could warm up to 20 degrees again here in Ontario, and we could be back on the largemouth bite, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Tatula 100 is awesome. Should retail about $189.99 Canadian. I'll bring you more about that over the next few weeks, and I am ultra excited to use it next year. McCall's going to Mexico. He'll give you some info when he's back. Stay tuned. Let us know what you want to see. Still a ton of time left in the year. We'll see you soon.